Okay, C to D. There's a couple ways to do this one. There's like a 4-step way and a 3-step way. You can even potentially get away with a 2-step way, depending on what you're going to. So we'll talk about all those a little bit so you can kind of see how that works. First things first, the full way, like the 4-step way to do this, which is doable. 4 is doable. 3 and 2 are easy, right? 2 is always the goal if we can get to 2, because then it's easy, smooth, quick to pick up. So let's talk about the 4-way though, just so you know how all the steps work. So C is at the beginning of the 2nd fret here. See that? And as we relax, we've got to move down to D. So we got to move the hand down. So we're going to move all the way to the end of the 2nd fret. We're going to tilt. That's step 3. And we move the hand back. So there's the 4-step point. Let me show you how this works, all right? Let's do that again. Relax and release. So you notice this first finger jumped up a little bit. I'm going to do that one more time so you can kind of see it a little. Relax and release. Thanks. So you got the relax and release. We're going to move the hand over. See that? Now wound up at the end of the 2nd fret. We're going to tilt. When we tilt, 3 and 1 are in the right place. And then the 2nd finger, bam, we're going to move that back. And that's the 4th fret. Now, if you want to knock out a movement here, here's how you do it. Because 3 is easy, right? 3 is easy. The natural position in the hand when you're in the over the neck position is this angle. When you're doing C, it's pretty flat. It's not quite parallel, but it's not as steep as this, right? So when you relax and release, if you do more than just relax, because this is relax and this is release, the whole hand will drift down. And this guy still moves up, right? First finger still moves up. Now you'll notice these two are basically on the right string already. So when you shift over and move the hand back, you're in D. So relax and release, first finger comes up, right? Anytime a finger needs to go up from a high string to a low string, there's a release involved. Boom. But you can also get a release going from a low to a high. So if we relax that hand, bam, move the hand over, finger pulls back. Perfect execution, right? So we can actually remove step 3, and then these steps become step 1, step 2, and then step 4. And that's it. So I'll do it again. Step 1, step 2, step 4. Even easier. Now, if you want to make this a 2-step, depending on what you're doing, this can work, but it doesn't always. You can, most of the time, you need to be moving your hand. But in certain situations, like this one, relax and release, sometimes you don't actually need to move your hand to get that done. If you just relax and release, allow the hand to drop, and then move the finger back, it actually works pretty good. The only issue with this is depending on what chords you're moving to, you might have to do the movement anyways, and then it can add to other chord movements. So it might not be useful to actually do it that way depending on context. But if you're just doing C to D, I'd say that's a pretty smooth switch, if you ask me. In which case, do it that way. So there are some exceptions to these rules, but it really depends on context. So.